Hello guys, this is the third vlog of Spring Peace, an episode in which I want to cover Tanger, Morocco, from where I've just flew in to Lisbon.
Coming to you from Lisbon.
And so, Tanger, it was motherfucking great, and especially it's an absolutely different world. So when I arrived there, you were walking through the streets. I was first led by my taxi driver, but still I was fucking scared and overwhelmed with all the impressions that I was seeing around, and all the vendors are always trying to sell you shit. So that's how I came into the hostel on the first day, and my plan was just to sit and relax, do nothing for the first couple of days. And so I got accommodated in the hostel, Beit Alice, which was fucking amazing. It's like something like a fucking museum, art gallery or something like that. And it has many floors, and even my room had a fucking cave of a shower. And then I went to the terrace. And it's probably the best terrace in the world. Now you will be probably seeing some pictures or some videos that I have made there. And so I come to the terrace overlooking all of Tanger. I have a little bit of breakfast, and then my plan is just to sit and stuff. And so I sit there and I say hello to these dudes who are chilling there. Now you'll be probably seeing also some pictures of the dudes. And I'm like, hey dudes, and they're like, where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from Prague. And they were like, do you want a joint? Do you want a hash joint? I was like, fuck yeah, I want a hash joint. So they hand me the fucking joint, I toke on, and it's just everything is very calm. And I'm like, yes. Now I'm really getting into the Moroccan chill. And so this is what I want to talk about, just this hostel chill that I was able just to immerse myself in there. Like the first 3 days we were just like smoking joints with these dudes because they had gone to this hash farm the couple days before that, before I arrived. So they had just huge fucking fist-like stones of hash that they brought. And so we were just like chilling there with the hash, and then I met there this writer, Brandon, and it was just so great because I came to Tanger exactly like for these literary reasons. William S. Burroughs, as I told you, used to live there in the 50s. Many other writers were there, like Paul Bowles, and I visited the house of Paul Bowles, which is very nice. And so I meet this guy, Brandon, and like from the first sentences it's clear that this dude is serious. He had a very deep, nice, enunciating voice, and he was like, yes, I'm a writer. Hello, my name is Brandon and I'm a writer. And I was like, hello, my name is Jaromir and I'm also a writer. So let's be writers together. What else would you do when you meet a fucking writer? So we would just, with Brandon and with whom we vibed a lot, so we would go to the cafes where Paul Bowles and Burroughs used to go, and we would discuss rather deep topics, deeper than the sea. We would get the mint tea, very sweet. On the first taste you're like, this is too fucking sweet. But then it kind of you vibe into it, it's kind of immersive, it's kind of nice, and it fits the hotness. So that's great, that's fucking great. So this hostel, Beit Alice, was probably the best I've ever been to. So, and the atmosphere that you can talk to anybody. It's always like, hey, where are you from? Yeah, so how are you? Yeah, and then you delve into some awesome fucking conversation. And so now, instead of about talking more about this amity, friendliness, open-mindedness, good-heartedness, we're all one kind of bullshit sentiment, here are some videos. I made this interview I made with Giuliano and with Isaac, which were the two hash dudes that I met there and who really just introduced me, were kind of my guides to the vibe of Tanger, how to do Tanger, how to do Morocco. So here you're seeing the interviews now. I think I asked something. Giuliano, can you tell me in all honesty, what does tangible Tanger mean to you?
The city of dreams.
Mm.
And the city of sin.
Yes. Do you feel like you have a little bromance with Julie here?
Oh, you said bromance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
That's
my
nice.
bro.
Thanks for everything.
That's nice.
Ciao.
Yeah, but he's a little gay though.
Hashtag no gay though.
Yeah, I'm like no homo, but he's like yes or no. So I don't know how to feel.
What?
Thing about bromance because they were really into each other, so that was really nice. And then so we were just partying. Then I would go to the cafes. Then I visited Chefchaouen, which was the Blue City. Back then, like hundreds, maybe even thousands years ago, when the Jews, the Hebrews, as some might know them, came there, and they painted everything blue, because blue is the color of God, as I was exploring in the 5th issue of the Word Edict, Deep Blue. You should get one if you don't have it. And all the city is blue. Everything, all the walls, all the doors, all the windows, like of course not the glass of the windows, but like the sills and shit, everything is fucking blue and it's amazing. Like I came there, I felt like in a fairy tale. I felt like in a goddamn Smurf fairy tale, Smurf ejaculation fairy tale. It was crazy. And there was this video I took when I accommodated in my hostel. I went up to the roof because all the Moroccan houses have awesome rooftops, and there was the prayer going on. So there's this awesome view of this mountain town, the prayer going on, and it was just like sublime. Just like vibing so much with this Allah Akbar kind of vibe, and just, you know, for me it was just like symbolical for uniting these specific people and just being very just imposing, very overwhelming in a very good sense. So I actually extended my stay in Chefchaouen for a day because I wanted to do this hike. So we did this hike to God's Bridge, which was very nice, very steep, good hiking. And then we swam in this mountain river. So now you will be probably seeing the pictures I made there in the mountain river. And we would smoke another hash because it's you know, it's what you do in Morocco. It's just kind of part of this tradition. And then in Chefchaouen we actually went to the hash farm. So we wake up in the morning, we go to the hash farm, which is like 15 minutes away from the town, because the Berbers have some like historical exception license to grow marijuana because they defeated the fucking French and the fucking Spaniards somewhere in the past, I don't know. And so they can grow. And so we went to the farm. And now you'll be seeing the picture of me like standing in the marijuana field, which is a stoner childish dream come true. And then we would just sit there and the guy would bring like this huge bowl, like half kilo of hash, and we would just play with it, nibble at it, do whatever with it. And it was just great. Like for 2 hours we were there hanging out with these two dudes, just talking about Morocco, talking about hash, talking about our lives and everything. And what stuck in my mind was when Mohammed told me that during Ramadan, when you can't smoke, like nobody can smoke, there are so many conflicts because all the Berbers or the local people are so used to smoking, they're like high all the time, that when they're not high, they're very like hot-blooded, choleric, like short fuse. They wanna like so there are like lots of like knife fights and everything like that. And then like the first day after Ramadan, everybody gets their smoke on, everybody's like, it's okay, it's chill, I'm sorry, you know, chabala tabala. So that was great. And yeah, so then I came back to Tanger for like a day or two, and we had a lovely goodbye party that on the rooftop in Beit Alice, and I made this interview drunk video with Brandon, the writer, and Oyku, this Turkish girl that was working there. And it was just great vibes, and you can probably now be seeing it, and you can sense like the nice hostel open vibe of this. Hello everybody, this is the vlog 3 of my travel diary, and I'm here with the best crew from Beit Alice. This is Oyku.
Hello.
Where are you from, Oyku?
I'm from Istanbul.
Who the fuck are you? Like, what do you want to do in your life?
I don't know. I'm doing stuff.
Let's get to our next guest of our program.
Montana.
Montana, baby. What's her name, sir?
Brendan, you don't remember my name? What the fuck?
But they don't.
I tried, man. Like, so Bill. Bill is. Oh, I'm sorry.
I literally just said it. Like fucking 3 seconds ago.
Brandon, baby.
Yes, thank you.
You
Yodomir,
say
thank
that,
you.
that you are a writer.
I am a writer.
What does that mean?
It
to
means I
you?
write books.
Yes.
And I write poems.
Yes.
And I write stories.
Yes.
And I write bullshit. And I do everything.
Right, bullshit.
Of course. Half of what every writer does. Half of being generous.
So, then, oh yeah, and I wanted to talk how to avoid the vendors, because like the first few days when I was walking there in the streets, the vendors would be like, hey man, you want some hashish, you want some cocaine, you want some anything? And I was like, no, thank you. But that's a bad answer. You shouldn't say no, thank you. Don't say no, thank you, because that's the hook. They know, like, you know, they're like fucking psychotherapists. They know how to work you. They know how to hook you. They know how to make you feel guilty for not buying anything or something like that. So the best is to ignore them, absolutely. You know, they have a short attention span, but intense. But like, you know, if there is nothing, if it just like slips off you, if nothing sticks what they try, it's okay. They find a different prey. Or like when I was bored, just ignoring them, I just started speaking Czech to them. So I was like, hey kámo, jak se máš? Jo, já jsem skvělý, nechci nic koupit, ale chci se s tebou bavit, máš se krásně, miluju tě, máš krásný vousy. For example. And they would be like, are you German? Russian? What? Bye. Alaikum salam. Yeah, so it was nice. And then we were partying, like the interview video is like from the party, the last like goodbye party. And so I would be very drunk and high, and I would get on the taxi at like 1 a.m. and we would go to the airport. And I was just kind of like floated through the airport, don't remember much. And then I landed in Lisbon, as they used to, as they call it. And I flew in on a fucking old school kind of plane, like very small. It felt like it's gonna fall, but it was nice. I was too drunk and high to notice. And in Lisboa, like it's just fucking lovely. I've been staying here with this girl, Ita, and it's been very lovely. We've been having awesome, deep conversations about emotional intelligence and about our lives and careers, and you know, just very like academic, deep topics, and just breezing around, strolling around, and mainly tasting that fresh fucking fish, which here is fucking amazeballs. And what stuck out the most was yesterday when we were walking from the Lisbon Cathedral, and we are just walking down by the street, and there's this guy singing Summertime. So
living is easy.
Living is.
And his name was Living.
His name was fucking Living. So he goes down by the street, he sings this, and we're like singing along.
Finishing his lyrics.
So we just vibed instantly. And then he was like, yeah, you want some hash? And like this once, like we were like, yeah, we want some hash, because like in Lisbon everybody is like, you want some hash? And then we devised like some like nice responses, like, you want some hash? Hush. Exactly. So
or Viagra.
Yeah, we needed Viagra. Oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
And so we are vibing with this dude, getting high, getting drunk, and then he reveals to us, and another of his friends joins us, who's called Pirata, and it turns out there's a musical jam at their squat later that night. There's a fucking musical jam later that night in their squat. So we were like, fuck yeah, this is that authentic, spontaneous shit we're like, you know, we're always looking for when traveling. And so we went to the squat and it was lovely.
It was fucking brilliant.
It was probably seeing some videos from the musical jam. Like mainly this girl Beatrice, like, you know, describe Beatrice for us. Who was Beatrice?
Oh, this is so diva. With a voice from fucking hell.
Yes, she's a blues diva. vibe really reminded me of Žižkov. Who knows Žižkov? It's a really nice place. Like Hafsa, I'm talking about you. She reminded me of you, like this kind of super passionate singer with incredible voice. And we were just hanging out in the squad, talking to people. Then like some people were falling asleep. Somebody was too high. Somebody went get some hash, some more hash. So we got some more hash. It was good. And we're just talking to people, and just everybody was super interesting. And just
And
like
they cooked for everyone.
they cooked for everyone. It was really good. It was like
We had warm out there.
we warm food, wine, everything they had still. There were a couple of people living there, and the squad is called Anomalia. Anomalia. You can probably, I can like share, like whoever wants to visit there, I can share with you the GPS coordinates, and it's actually close to the castle, close to like one of the main sightseeing.
Next to the castle.
Next to the
It's
fucking
right
castle.
there.
Right like something like in Prague castle, if
Next
it
to
would
the
be.
gate.
If it would be like close to Zeman's fucking crypt. And yeah, so that's it. I'm seeing that I'm getting really long with this video, so let's end it at 14, sweet 14. So thank you everybody for watching. The next episode will be like in more than a week, because I'll be now going to Boom Festival, and I'm just no phone using there, and
No real existence.
just being fuck internets. But thank you for watching, subscribe and everything. I love you.